the sun comes out. Last night was shaking and pretty loud. My cat is purring, it's scratching my skin. So what is wrong with another sin? The bitch is hungry, she needs to tell. So give her inches and feed her well. More things to come, new places to go. I've got to leave, it's time for a show. Here I am, rock you like a hurricane. Here I am, rock you like a hurricane. My body's burning, it starts to shout. Desire is coming, it breaks out loud. Lost is in cages, till storm breaks loose. Just have to make it with someone to choose. The night is calling, I have to go. The wolf is hungry, he runs the show. He's licking his lips, he's ready to win. On the hunt tonight for love at first sting. Here I am, rock you like a hurricane. Are you ready, baby? Here I am, rock you like a hurricane. Here I am, rock you like a hurricane. Come on, baby. Here I am, rock you like a hurricane. Rock you like a hurricane. It's early morning, the sun comes out. Last night was shaking and pretty loud. My cat is purring, it's scratching my skin. So what is wrong with another sin? The night is calling, I have to go. The wolf is hungry, he runs the show. He's licking his lips, he's ready to win. On the hunt tonight for love at first sting. Here I am, rock you like a hurricane. Are you ready, baby? Here I am, rock you like a hurricane. Here I am, rock you like a hurricane. Come on, here I am, rock you like a hurricane. Here I am.
All the leaves are brown, and the sky is gray. I've been for a walk on a winter's day. I'd be safe and warm if I was in LA. California dream, such a winter's day. Stopped into a church, I passed along the way. Well, I got down on my knees, and I pretend to pray. You know the preacher like the cold, he knows I'm gonna stay. California dreaming on such a winter's day.
I'm only happy when it rains. I'm only happy when it's calm. feel so sad. I'm only happy when it rains. Pour your misery down. Pour your misery down on me. Pour your misery down. Pour your misery down on me. I'm only happy when it rains. I feel good when things are going wrong. I only listen to the sad, sad songs. I'm only happy when it rains. I only smile in the dark. My only comfort is the night gone black. I didn't accidentally tell you that. I'm only happy when it rains. You'll get the message by the time I'm through. When I complain about me and you, I'm only happy when it rains. Pour your misery down. Pour your misery down. Pour your misery down on me. Pour your misery down. Pour your misery down. Pour your misery down on me. Pour your misery down. Pour your misery down. Pour your misery down on me. Pour your misery down. You can keep me company as long as you don't care. I'm only happy when it rains. You wanna hear about my new obsession? I'm riding high upon a deep depression. I'm only happy when it rains. Pour some misery down on me. I'm only happy when it rains. 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 Pour some misery down on me. Pour some misery down on me. Pour some misery down on me. I'm only happy when it rains down on me. Pour your misery down on me.
Moving to the country, I'm gonna eat a lot of peaches. I'm moving to the country, I'm gonna eat a lot of peaches. I'm moving to the country, I'm gonna eat a lot of peaches. Moving to the country, I'm gonna eat a lot of peaches. Peaches come from a can, they were put there by the man way downtown. If I had my little way, I'd eat peaches every day. Sun soaking bulges in the shade. Moving to the country, I'm gonna eat a lot of peaches. Moving to the country, I'm gonna eat a lot of peaches. I'm moving to the country, gonna eat a lot of peaches. I'm moving to the country, gonna eat a lot of peaches. I took a little nap where the roots all twist, squished a rotten peach in my fist, and dreamed about you, woman. I put my finger down the side, make a little room for an ant to hide. Nature's candy in my hand, a can or a pie. Millions of peaches, peaches for me. Millions of peaches, peaches for free. Millions of peaches, peaches for me. Millions of peaches, peaches for free. Look out! Millions of peaches, peaches for me. Millions of peaches, peaches for free. Millions of peaches, peaches for me. Millions of peaches, peaches for free.
Everything XboxEra does is only made possible by the growing army of incredible Patreon supporters. Our MVPs and executive producers are all incredible people, but even more so are our grand benefactors, Croat56, Assassin and Kevin S. All of this under the watchful eye of our lovely and benevolent CEO, Torn Raptor. If you want to become part of one of the best communities on the internet, head to patreon.com/XboxEra, where your patronage can help keep us alive for another month. Hello, friends, and welcome to another episode of Headlines, XboxEra's twice-weekly show that covers all of the latest and greatest from across the video game industry. In the spirit of the gaming industry, we talk about all of the platforms because that's the way things are just going, frankly. Today's date is August the 5th, 2025. I'm your host, John, and joining me, as always, is Jesse Norris. How you doing, bro?
Hi, I'm Jesse Norris. How's it going?
Oh, why? You and Nick are just like little nitpickers. They just nitpick. Oh, you made a mistake. Oh, I'm gonna just nitpick. You just start the whole show again. All right,
are you so quiet?
Feed.
Weird.
I don't know.
Hold on. What did I change? One sec.
He's broken it.
I didn't change anything, but let me fix this because you are incredibly quiet. Output device. That should be better.
Hello, everybody.
There we go. Yeah, ever since I redid the BIOS, OBS just doesn't understand where things are anymore. Because I'm sure, like, addresses changed and whatnot, so... But you're good.
Oh, good. I'm glad. As a heads up to our wonderful Patreon members, we make audio versions of these news-focused episodes available for them to listen to in Patreon via their preferred podcast app. But if you're on Spotify, you can link your account to your Patreon and listen to it there instead, which is lovely. If you want to become one of those Patreon legends, just head to patreon.com/XboxEra. There's a lot to talk about. I'm full of energy, which is unusual.
I need to go and
I'm fine with it.
Make yourself a little louder. I maxed you out and you're still... Yeah, or... Deep throat your mic.
I mean, I haven't changed any settings.
Oh, I know. But StreamYard's also weird. You should be good now. I just don't want people yelling that I'm way louder than you. But that's normally YouTube when they re-majigger everything after a stream. They re-render all of it, and they mess up the audio every time. Because they try and, like, balance it. That's why you hear people, like, completely dip out like they don't sound like anything. It's annoying as shit. But we don't pay for it.
Yeah, so let's not worry too much.
Mm-hmm.
Before we get into the news of the week, a couple of site-related, XboxEra.com related bits and pieces. In case you missed it, there's a couple of reviews that dropped between the last episode of Headlines and now. Namely being Ninja Gaiden Ragebound.
Ninja Gaiden. Ragabound.
Rouge Bouge.
Amuse Bouche. It's a good game. I am shocked at how well it has reviewed overall. Like, I think it good. I really liked it. It's more like an old classic arcadey flow state type of game. Yeah. Of course, it doesn't have the friggin' the display capture, correct? Boop, boop. That one. Jesus Christ. Fuck you, OBS. You're free too. I can't complain that much. But yes, Ninja Gaiden Ragebound, really very, very pretty, fun action platformer from The Game Kitchen, creators of Blasphemous. It's real good. Really good game. $25, and you're going to get anywhere between 5 and 15 hours, depending on if you just really want to max rank every level and unlock every little thing you can. Quite fun. I am shocked that it's 87 on OpenCritic. Just went back up after dropping to an 86, but hey, congrats.
It's the year of the ninja, bro. It's the year of ninja, right? We've got Ragebound, we got Shinobi, we had, what was the other ninja thing that released earlier?
Assassin's Creed Shadows.
Assassin's Creed Shadows.
One of the only one that has an actual stealth-focused ninja. None of the other ninja games. They're all samurai games. They're all samurai shit.
Yeah, we just, we're Westerners. We just lump all that shit together.
Oh, I mean, they're mostly, outside of Ghost Yote, oddly enough, they're mostly Eastern developed games, and they call them ninjas, but like they're not assassins working from the shadows or anything like that.
Stickler for the facts, you.
Well, I think the actual interesting thing about ninjas was that they didn't exist at all in real life. They just came about because in plays, people wearing black off screen to move the set around and stuff, people were like, oh shit, you could be an assassin. So they made a whole thing around it.
Wow.
Mhm.
I think as well we've got Ninja Gaiden 4 coming, which is like that's what when is that, October?
Yes, everything they have is mid-October, except for Call of Duty, which will probably be November, if I had to guess, because they stated in their financials, which I think we talked about last time, that they're expecting a drop for Q1 2026, and that's because last Q1 2026 they had Blops 6 in October. So if it's in Q2 will probably go up quite a bit. But yeah, Ragebound good. The other thing I reviewed and got to put out was the PC, and I haven't got yelled at for reviewing a PC game, which is neat. Take.
Like if Dual Shockers and Push Square and all of these other sites can kind of just review whatever and write about whatever the fuck they want, like why can't we? That's what I say.
Yep. There's a block party for our block that was on my birthday that got canceled. I didn't even know it existed.
Sad face.
Yeah, that takes good. Christ, how long does this one take me? About 4 hours, 3.5, 4 hours. It's $15. You're going around a mansion after a party happens, trying to figure out where your good buddy Ben Starr is. You're playing as Neil Newbin and his character. Things haven't gone too well, as you can tell by all the blood on that note. But yes. Q1 is July, August, September. Well, whatever. I always forget. They do the things not the month of. So it wasn't like Q1 was starting in August. Q1 was starting July, and it took that long to compile all the info. Thank you, Jerry.
Wow.
It's a lot of info. But yeah, that take good. No spoil. Little bit. If you're not American, I think you'll appreciate it even more. Not that you won't appreciate it if you're American. You'll just notice some odd accent stuff. That's all.
Yeah.
Which is fine.
I love that, Surgeon as a studio have seemingly become quite, I can't think of a better way to put this.
Versatile?
Multifaceted. Versatile. That's a brilliant word.
A really basic word.
Especially since, we saw that horrible news where, much like the rest of the industry, folks were being put on notice and
furloughed.
Yeah, and it's like, cool. Like that team's been able to come back together and make another awesome new experience for folks to enjoy. So congrats to Abu and team. Yeah. Let's dive into the news. The news. And we'll start off with the banner topic because we're all chomping at the bit to play this one. Battlefield 6. Hoo boy. Doesn't that look like an absolute? And I'm trying not to let it happen, but it's happened. Because Battlefield has lied to me before. It's lied to me before with the realism and the destruction and the craziness and the Battlefield moments, and they always make good trailers, right? But it looks really good.
Yep.
And dare I hope it looks really good. I really want to play it. It's installed. I loaded up the thing today. And hey, if you're on PC and you don't have Secure Boot installed on your rig and enabled, you should probably go ahead and do that because the beta will not run.
And
I'm
you have
seeing
to have
a lot of pushback
fully
on this.
updated drivers as well.
Yeah. But I was pleased to say that once I did enable Secure Boot and all of that jazz on my Windows 11 machine, I'm impressed with a couple of things. I'm impressed that it is seemingly right now, even for a beta, and obviously I know they plan this in advance, and it's they're a great dev team. It's seemingly very well optimized. My machine, and yes, I'm rocking a 4090, but from the 24 gig of available video memory, it's only using, and that's with everything whacked up to the gills. It's only using about 8 gig of video memory, which surprised me. Which bodes well for people who are looking to run this on perhaps some lower specs machines. And I think it also bodes extremely well for the console versions, which are obviously running older hardware.
They're all a base 60, and they let you unlock the frame rate to go and target 80 or more.
Impressive stuff. we see the return of the standard classes. So we got assault, engineer, recon, and come on, what's the other one?
I forget. Engineer,
Assault,
recon.
recon.
Christ. Support.
Thank you.
Because they changed
Yeah,
it, so support of the medics and everything again.
Yeah, they've made some interesting changes, and they've made it like recon, because a lot of people are like, yeah, the classic thing was if you were spawning as a sniper, you put the fucking respawn beacon like in a stupid place, really out of the way, so you know, get back there if you were taken out. And they've moved that. They've moved that onto the assault class. I think they've swapped that around a bit.
Yeah, because you want your respawn points to be actually close to the action, which there was no point to being as recon.
Yeah. But this looks really great, and it's going to be an interesting challenge to review it. It comes out on October 10th. It's going to ship with a campaign. It's going to ship with an extensive multiplayer. We've got 9 maps. One of them is a remake from Battlefield 3. That one, in fact, that was on screen just now. Operation Firestorm, or I can't remember what it was called. But God, it just looks brilliant. So yeah, I've got my headphones ready. I've got my rig ready. I've alerted my partner that Jon will be in gaming mode from possibly Thursday evening, with expected bouts of heavy gaming between then and Sunday. So she's prepped.
Yep,
but I'm going to a wedding in Colorado the week after, so she, you know,
you're earning
she'll
it.
be fine.
Yeah,
I after we finished the stream yesterday, because in case you missed it, the Patreon community that supports XboxEra so passionately and diligently often like to make me play scary games. So we hopped on and we did a stream yesterday for a little bit of My Friendly Neighborhood, which is the Muppet-based horror. Wasn't really
Resident Evil-ish, yeah, like not scary Resident Evil.
More irritating. And we also played a little bit of Soma, which I was scary. I was being a very brave boy, I have to say. But after that finished, I stayed up way later than I should have, because I thought I'd finished that enormous preview video that I was working on. So there's tons of stuff.
Not a Mafia review in our future, but
I don't know how we're going to approach this review. Like,
but it's one of those things. It depends. Are they going to do, because with Battlefield 5, they had I think they had an online play sessions for reviewing, and then 2042, I think they pulled people in, or it might have been the other way around. On one of them, they had remote. On the other one, they had in-person events where you a couple days just play multiplayer nonstop for review. So we'll have to wait and see. What do they do? Yeah. And what do we get into?
Yeah, that's true. I'm just curious. I mean, I would love to see a review. Like, I always play as Assault, typically, because
you're boring.
Power to... Yeah, sure. That's fine.
That's all you Brits know is just going headfirst into a new area as hard as you can and killing everything.
We call it leveroing over here. But yes, essentially that is my playstyle. But like, I would love to see like a review that breaks down what people like who normally play at as these preferred classes. Would be interesting to.
You're going to be shocked. Yeah, I'll play all of them. I'll play every type of, depending on what the team needs and what the map is. I'll shift it up.
Yeah. I can't wait to squad up with everybody. And the community is going to be able to squad up with us as well, because I know it's 4-man squads, but then you can form like parties where one side is all of your squads, right? And that should be good fun as well. I swear you used to be able to in older Battlefield.
Yeah, I'm not sure with this one. We will see. Yeah. We have a Hangouts on midday US time Thursday.
Yeah.
And probably Friday.
If the servers are up.
Yep.
Big hello to everybody in the chat, by the way. Lovely to see so many familiar and friendly faces. Dennis in the chat says greetings from Germany. Beautiful, mild summer weather today. Good, because we'll be there in a couple of weeks to enjoy Gamescom. And so far, that week of August, every year that I've been to Gamescom has been beautiful. Every year. So I'm hoping for that to continue because I want to enjoy some sunshine.
How many different appointments do you think we have now?
I think we're in the high 30s, surely.
We're in the mid 30s, if you include the dinner. Just things that are in the calendar. 11, 11, and 12. So do the math. It's a lot. 34. 34 things scheduled for 3 of us over 3 days. Pretty good. It's a lot more than last year, which was like 6 total.
I got an invite to one today from a respected colleague from a PR team that's great. And I missed their first one. And I would really love to go do this. And I was actually thinking about, and I'm not going to say what it is, just in case. And I was like, oh, it would be really cool. And maybe we could do a thing where we film, the team. But then, like, it takes out an hour. And I'm like, we don't have enough time.
Yeah, I have enough time to... We have enough time to add in individual slots. There's no hour block where all 3 of us would be free that I have.
Yeah. It's a bummer.
I mean, it's also
a great problem to have. Who am I
Because
kidding?
last year, I think I only scheduled like maybe 10 things total. So having over 30 this year and having it be a nice spread should be plenty of time to get from place to place. Because that is also a concern. They're not all in the business section. They do jump between areas sometimes, or you just go to the public booth. Then all the public people just have to stand around as you get ushered in front of them, and it feels awkward.
Yeah. It's going to be fun. Especially if you suck at the game. It's really awkward. Right? I'm like, oh no.
I've never had that problem.
That never happens to you, right?
Not often.
Because you're the best. But yeah, Battlefield 6. If you want to play... and you haven't yet got a code for early access by watching your favorite streamer,
You're out of luck.
a couple of things to note. It looks like there's going to be people giving away codes. So
yeah, Paris gave some away on Blue Sky.
There is, if you've signed up for Battlefield Labs and you never got in, you're automatically invited to the early access open beta anyway. So just log in with your EA account and you should be good to go. It starts Thursday, August the 7th. And then it opens up for everyone on August the 9th.
And then they add another weekend too.
And then they've got a weekend again. So there's plenty for us to be able to dive into ahead of release. Really looking forward to it. And, if we feel it's worthwhile, maybe we'll make I'll tell you what I would love to do. And if the community is up for doing it, because I can presume that a lot of the XboxEra community are going to do this. Why don't we say to everybody, and I'll make a thread and we'll do a thing.
You want clips?
Everybody capture clips of your best, craziest moments in this beta, and we will make a montage of the community's gameplay and we'll get it published on the channel. So, because that's fun. All right, do that. Cool. On that note, let's talk about some other news. Congrats to EA. Looks really good.
I can hit this again. Every time you say news.
Today. Microsoft and Xbox have just announced the first wave of games coming our way in August, including a game that
I reviewed.
You've reviewed. Who's surprised there? What have we got? What have we got coming to our platter this month?
Not a lot. There's 3 new things and 1 returning thing, and then 4 things added to standard to make it look bigger.
Game Pass sucks. No one talks about it anymore.
Yeah. But the big one, I think, for some people who will be annoyed because they probably just bought it on sale, is Assassin's Creed Mirage. It's coming tomorrow? I know, it's coming soon. We got Rain World today, then Assassin's Creed Mirage, and then I don't remember the other 2, but you probably
August
have it
7th,
open.
Aliens Fireteam Elite on
Which is
August 12th.
returning.
Yep. And Nine Kings, August 14th.
And that is game preview on PC only. So a slow start to the month, though we do have Hurtling and Gears of War Reloaded coming on the Wave 2 already confirmed.
Wait, when is Hurtling releasing?
August 21st. It just showed up in the coming soon.
Okay. I will probably be able to tackle a quick review for that one.
It's literally while we're at Gamescom, so unless you get it way before you're going to Colorado.
Let's ask them if they can do a Steam code. I can probably play that on the go and get something written up. Might not be able to do a video.
Yeah, they still haven't even announced it. It just showed up in the coming soon on Game Pass thing.
Interesting. Yeah, let's see if we can reach out to them.
So it's Pop Agenda. I can do it. All right. Hey, Jesse from
Heyo.
Xbox Era here. We'd love
While
to
Jesse's typing
get
that
on
and not
the
talking,
review code list for
I will
this
tell
one,
people-
please. PC
Yes,
is A-OK.
if you are looking forward to playing Anthem, Farming Simulator 2022, or Persona 3 Reload, be aware that they are leaving the service on August 15th. So
Yeah,
you know,
Anthem's going away forever. That's that one. That's people like an EA game leaving. It's because they're turning it off, and it's online
it's
only.
being shut down.
Speaking of Farming Simulator, I did do a very late drunk Patreon peeps last night where I played
saw.
Korn and Slipknot and Avenged Sevenfold to, give it some spice because it was Farming Simulator 25, which just joined Game Pass.
How was that for you?
It was great. I was pretty sauced and yelling a lot and singing. So yeah, if you're a patron, you can go watch. If you're like, ooh, Farming Sim, I don't care. That one went some places. So, yeah. That's fun.
Jerry in the chat says next drop is probably the same day as Gamescom opening night live, so maybe there'll be some surprises there. And yeah,
Always a shot. And they also just like to randomly add things in throughout the weeks, anyways. Sometimes, so you never know.
Yeah, it's a strange old world.
Hmm.
Next up in news, this one definitely caught everybody's eyes. It looks like Halo is going to be coming back to Fortnite, and it's going to be a little bit more than just the Master Chief as a player character. The actual Fortnite account teased an image of a couple of extremely malnourished Spartan 2s, red and blue, scanning the terrain and looking at some sort of weird purpley goo infection with the quote, "Yeah, we called the experts in for this one."
Yeah, it's the next season. No, the next season is like bug monsters, and they seem to be pulling in Halo. I wouldn't be shocked if they tried to pull in Helldivers, like IP that are good at killing bugs. Maybe yoink in some Starship Troopers. That'd be funny. But yeah, this got leaked by Nick a couple years ago as part of his Xbox and Bethesda have signed a deal with Epic to bring in more IP crossover in Fortnite, and it took 2 years because he seems to get things the moment they're signed, and it's not data mining. But yeah, so the data mining has shown some like giant bug fight battle pass, and these Spartans will be a part of that battle pass.
There you go. If you play Fortnite.
Yeah, Warhammer 40k would be perfect for squashing bugs with all the...
oh, God, yeah.
Yeah.
God, that would be such a good crossover.
Mm-hmm.
It's a shame I have no interest in ever playing that game.
Yep. Nick always says, oh, it plays so great. And I'm like, it plays fine. It plays like bog standard third-person shooter to me. It's never felt great. It feels fine. Not bad. It's fine.
I'm with you, man. I'm with you.
But aesthetically, it does absolutely nothing for me. But I know it is like go into a group and have a bunch of people tell you what they want something to look like, and this is the least harmful cartoonish version of that. This is focus group aesthetic to the core. Like, just shave off all the sharp edges of anything that looks cool. Almost AI-like.
But speaking of Halo, this is extremely, good to read. And that is Halo Infinite's fall update for 2025. Now, Halo Infinite, what? That's so old, man. Get with the times. We want to talk about new Halo. Well, it looks like Halo Studios aren't done yet. And they're adding in a bunch of stuff. And as always, with almost any 343/Halo Studios Halo release, they become really incredibly full games 3 or 4 years after they're out. Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
They've added Griffball. They've added some legacy maps. They've added, I think, Search and Destroy extraction game.
Mm-hmm.
And now they're showing off more stuff. It's an Oni-themed operation called Shadows. And it will introduce major new game updates. The Falcon, the helicopter type thing that let 2 people sit either side, is back.
The OP
There's a
mother
new-
jumper.
Yeah, there's a new weapon. There's new playlists. There's new sandbox editions, more Forge features, and an entirely new Operation Pass for folks.
And
So,
there's a
yeah.
50 tier pass, which, as Ursula talked about on the weekend, they said they weren't doing anymore. They weren't doing big, like, and there it is. 50 tier.
Yeah.
Never expires. Lots of shit. Some of it kind of weird looking. I'm sure people will complain and then wonder how come
Yeah, there's the
Halo's not as
Vestige
big.
carbine.
I think it's weird looking.
It is weird looking. Like it's like two different weapons. slapped together.
Semi-automatic green radioactive projectiles with unwavering accuracy.
I used to love the carbine in Halo 2 and 3. That was like my go-to gun over the BR. Maybe more in 3 than 2. But yeah, like this pass actually made me kind of be like, oh, this update made me a little bit like, oh, do I want to play some more Halo? It's been a while, but I can't risk being addicted to Forge again. I'm too busy.
No, you
now.
got to get addicted to Battlefield Portal.
I could probably make some really good shit in Battlefield Portal, to be fair. Maybe I will get addicted to Battlefield Portal, become like one of the creme de la creme map creators.
Make
on there.
absolutely no money while doing it.
Absolutely no
But
money.
make EA money.
Hours of my life. To be fair, though, I also have like 1 million Spartan points to spend on Halo Infinite. So maybe this is the moment. I'll go back in, I'll buy all the cool shit, and I'll just buy my way through all the battle pass and be like, cool, okay, I've got everything. Thanks, everybody. Yeah, I probably will do that. And there's some cool looking stuff coming. Looks like they're adding some Lego rip-off block thing. I don't know. Like I'm intrigued. I'm intrigued by them constantly seeming to add more stuff. So good for them. Very intrigued. Want to play.
We got a super chat.
We have. The lovely Sherez has said, Nick Baker from XboxEra, even broken clocks strike twice as his Fortnite leak is confirmed, etc. Yeah, like, who cares about etc.?
I mean, also, like, Fortnite's the one thing that he's pretty much always accurate on because whoever he talks to is probably part of whoever signs all these deals.
Yeah. Cool. Halo. God, I want a new Halo though. I just do.
Come on, no, next
elsewhere
year.
in news. Next year. Elsewhere in news, over 100 new titles have been added to the stream your own game functionality on Xbox Cloud. So, as a reminder, a refresher for everybody watching, these are games that you own that aren't necessarily a part of Xbox Game Pass itself. So, you buy a game on the digital store, you own it. You can stream that through cloud to whatever device you want. That's pretty cool.
And if they could get GTA 6, that would be the biggest one by far. Their servers would explode.
Yeah, it definitely would. People would be playing on mobile all the bloody time. Ready or Not has been added.
It's like a weird mix. Like, there's like observation and recompile and deer simulator and choo choo Charles, and there's just like, it's almost anything and everything, but it's definitely things that are smaller. I think if you're a small game, you got a really good shot of getting added while they ramp up their storage, because when every cluster they have, they then need to have most of these games ready to go across multiple devices. And I remember a lot of times they were saying you weren't actually waiting for a server. You were waiting for them to copy the game files onto that server, when it used to tell you like you're in queue or where's spooling shit up or whatever the thing they say is. So there's a lot, and it's mostly small.
And smaller games are pretty quick to install a lot of the time. So yeah, it's good times.
Hey, guess what? Guess what was added, and I didn't realize? Soma.
Well, yeah, that was an interesting game yesterday. Like, if you've never played that, I'm not big on horror games. I don't like being chased by things, but that was pretty good. It was a pretty good game. It's a lot of imagination.
Yeah, and supposedly the story really goes places that people like. So, and there it is right there, Soma. And Spelunky 2, which everyone raved about, but then you never hear about it anymore.
It's like Game Pass.
Yep.
Everyone raved about it for a while, and now no one talks about it anymore. Pretty standard. But there you go. If you want to check out the full list, I think Red PHX or Better X Cloud Dev has collated a list of all of these games over on Blue Sky. So you can go check that out. Next up in news, Raven software workers have secured the first union contract with Microsoft. This comes via the Communications Workers of America and their press release on this particular topic. And they've said, today, workers at Raven Software, a video game studio and subsidiary under Microsoft and Activision Blizzard, unanimously voted to ratify their first union contract between Game Workers Alliance CWA and Microsoft. The contract builds on the recent organizing momentum by Microsoft video game workers, organizing with CWA to raise standards across the video game industry, coming on the heels of ZeniMax Workers United CWA members securing their contract with the tech giant in June. After nearly 3 years of bargaining, the collective bargaining agreement ensures lasting protections in the workplace, including a guaranteed 10% wage increase over 2 years with additional raises through merit and promotions after going 18 months without wage increases and 45 months without promotions. The elimination of crunch time with 7 days notice required for mandatory overtime, no excessive overtime on back-to-back weeks, flexible scheduling of overtime, and no mandatory overtime of any duration for the majority of weeks in a quarter. These are all very good things. Bridging of time worked as a temporary or contract employee, defined job descriptions and a fair promotions process, expanded disability accommodations and layoff protections, including severance, recall rights, generous COBRA subsidies, and a career transition service. That's a pretty, okay, I can see why they signed. That all sounds really, really good. Congrats to everybody involved here. This is a good thing. Right? Like more game developers, particularly based in the UK, should definitely be tackling this and joining a union if they can.
You guys do have some worker protections compared to us, but
we do have some.
God, it was 3 years of negotiation, so it started while they were still just Activision, and in the middle, then transferred to being Microsoft. So I bet you if it was still just Activision, it probably wouldn't have happened like this. Microsoft is not great, but a little more willing to do I had the impression that Bobby and team would have been very happy, allegedly, supposedly, to possibly maybe do some union busting if they had to, just go all against it. As we're with Microsoft, it just feels like they will smother it until they just go, okay, here's a contract. Because they have never had it before. These are their first unions they've ever dealt with as a company. And so I think in very Microsoft fashion, they're going to find their way to deal with it. But their way, I think by default, is going to be better than an Amazon who just completely pulled their local deliveries out of Canada the moment people tried to unionize. They're like, oh, no, we're gone. Bye. See ya. We will never deal with any of you ever. We're just gone. Gone, baby. Gone.
Yeah. It's good stuff though. That's really, really good to read.
Especially in this industry, which is that really weird mix of gig economy where you move from job to job and people who just like being at a place and don't want to leave it.
Yeah. Yep. I think that is the thing. It's companies are like, oh, you have to be loyal to us. But you'll find that the people that switch jobs every 1 to 2 years earn more. Because there's no reward for loyalty, actually.
Nope.
So, why would you be loyal? It's weird, but yeah, I think at big corporations, especially if you're working in amongst that kind of field, got to look after number one, bro. I understand it. I understand. I empathize. Next up in news, Nintendo have increased prices on everything except the Switch 2. So if you wanted to buy a Switch 1 or a Switch Lite or a controller, or an amiibo
and a dock, the dock is now $125.
It's absolute con.
No, there's a Joy-Con
amount of money to charge. But yes, NSO controllers have received price increases. So NES has gone from 60 to 70. The SNES has gone from 30 to 35. The N64 and Genesis has gone 50 to 55. Amiibos that were $16 are now 20. Switch OLED and non-OLED and light prices are now $400, $340, and $230 respectively. $400 for a Switch OLED in this day and age for that machine.
It's only 50 less than a Switch 2.
What is this? Joy-Con 1 controller has gone up to 90, and a Switch 1 Pro controller has gone up to 80. The Alarmo, which is that clock, right? That's now $110 for an alarm clock that we all have on our phones.
But does yours have little animations and play Nintendo music?
Oh, well, okay. For only the biggest raging Nintendo fanboys out there.
Does yours read when you're in bed and turn off if you get up? But only if you're alone, because Nintendo knows their audience.
So weird. Yeah. Everything for Switch 2. So Switch 2, the system, Switch 2 physical games and digital games, and Nintendo Switch Online memberships remain unchanged at this time. Nintendo, everybody.
Someone's shockingly annoyed that we're not going to their thing at Gamescom.
I read it.
I also replied, and then I got one just to me, I think. And it's like, man, I'm not kidding. I've gotten like 400 emails for Gamescom. We're not big enough to go see everything. I'm very sorry.
Yeah.
Especially when it's something none of us want to see.
Yeah, if Cengiz was going, he would be all over it.
Mm-hmm.
He would.
Yep.
But it's we just don't have all the time in the world. It's really hard.
Yep.
The industry is crazy, and we're a really small team. And the only reason we're even there is because of like everybody watching right now. So thank you. Yeah.
Gotta have some
anyway.
emails. But yep.
More news.
That's just these friggin' prices, man. It's only gonna get worse.
Yeah. Wait till next gen launches, then it's gonna get crazy. $1,000 console? Anyone? Any takers?
I would say if you want to get into it, we talked about it. Pretty much, it really feels like AMD's entire future line of chiplet GPUs, every single one will have the ability to be an Xbox. Whether it's turned off or on, might vary, but an Xbox might be like 300 different products of all different prices and scopes, and pretty much anything AMD makes has a chance of being one if you want.
Yeah.
Like that is really what the rumors are. Because RDNA 5 is their like UDNA, where there's a chiplet design where you can mix and match GPUs and CPUs. So it's not one monolithic die and like you've got to pay just for this one monolithic thing, which is what Sony supposedly still wants, because they want to keep their price down and still try and go for like 500. But the Xbox thing, and I think their big deal with AMD that they talked about in June, really feels like we're going to have every price point and everything matched, and it's all just going to be a PC dev environment, and then we lock it down, and you get your full back compat for Xbox, Xbox 360, Xbox One, Xbox Series. Like, that's what's in the hardware, is for all of those, and then it's also a PC. And so you can have your Steam and GOG and Epic Games and everything, your Amazon launcher, whatever the hell you want. You can run it probably in PC mode. Like, yeah, it's going to be very interesting.
It's fun, isn't it? I mean, I said at the beginning of this gen that this is going to be the most interesting generation, and it has been, not for reasons that I like overall. Like, I don't like all the job losses, the contraction of the industry, the death of studios, and all sorts of things like that. But I do think we're going to see eventually this big resurgence in AA studios, indie games really coming to the forefront. In my opinion, a lot of the best games and the most interesting ideas are coming from those types of teams. And they are going to be better set up to sell their games to more people and have success than ever before, eventually. And that's the bit where I'm like, okay, like there's going to be some bumps and it's hard, but if we can get there, I'm in. Like I've played some fucking fantastic video games in the last couple of years, some genuine bangers. So I'm really excited, and there's so much more to come out this year that I'm like genuinely hyped about. I don't even know how we're going to cover it all. It's crazy to me.
Yeah,
but I'm very excited.
It's going to be impossible but fun.
Yeah, impossible fun. Love it. Next up, THQ had a showcase. We were slightly late to the party in terms of actually being able to catch up and cover it all, but they showed off a remarkable variety of cool stuff in their little digital showcase. You know, good for them. There's a ton here we could go through. So I don't know. Do you want to earmark anything in particular that you wanted to call out, Jess?
I forget what was there for the most part. I think the main one, and I watched this. I made Ursel and Nick watch this trailer live with me during the podcast. As I'm trying to go through this whole showcase and find it, but the
article has trailers for each game on Xbox.
Yeah, I'm on the actual main showcase to jump through stuff. But was it the Immortal Life of Goldman?
Oh my god, it looks so incredible.
But did you listen to it?
Yes. I played the whole thing for Cat.
Up.
It is so dark. Are you listening to me? I'm like, okay, Mom, I'm sorry, Mom. I'm like, what the fuck is this game? It looks great.
Yeah. I'm gonna play it
it's
for
about
everyone.
2/3 of the way through.
Yeah, I'm playing it for everybody right now.
Do you remember when you first met him?
Met. I can't say I ever met him. It's more like he.
It's so pretty.
Like a
Yeah,
hurricane.
like,
Oh,
there's gonna be a
like
fight
last
about
week
it.
when the roofs across the street
'Cause
got
this is a
blown
Metroid
away?
game, right?
Yeah, it's me.
I was certainly blown away.
What?
I wanted to for you.
Thinking-
I've known about this and wanted to for months.
He was the first beautiful
year even.
person I had ever seen in my life.
Yeah, but it also looks balls hard,
That old man?
so it's not for you.
Actually, he was in his early
It's
30s
not always
then.
true.
That's what I said. An old man.
Well, for an old
looks
man,
fantastic.
he sure was full of life. And
Is that
inventive.
this year?
He had a lot of dreams. And it turned out I had dreams of my own. He got greedy. And I realized
here?
I needed to be greedy sometimes too. He could be cruel.
Ow.
Isn't it bad to be greedy?
And he'd never shut up.
This is where it
That
changes.
stupid
This is where it
treasure.
turns, man.
He kept studying his maps, poring over his notes, over
This lady's
and over
mad.
and over again.
What's wrong with
Yeah.
treasures?
He may be an old man to you, but when he was blabbering on about treasure, I saw a boy.
What's wrong with boys?
Was I not a fool for believing a boy?
Maybe he was just gonna...
I said, was I not a fool for believing a boy?
I don't know, Mom. I guess if the treasure...
Can't you hear what I am telling you? He dreamed of nonsense. He was greedy for nonsense. He was cruel because of nonsense. He filled my head with nonsense, and I believed in nonsense. And one day,
Mom, if you don't want...
and one day he will come back and pay for everything. Do you understand me?
Mommy, no!
Or not?
Mom, I'm sorry. I didn't mean it. Mom, I'm sorry.
Looks
You're
great.
right, Mom.
Really want to play.
You're
it.
right.
What else did
Mom,
they announce?
you
They
hear
announced
me?
more from Reanimal, which is now unfortunately Q1 2026, which is a bummer. I was really looking forward to that this year. That's from Tarsier, the original developers of Little Nightmares 2.
Goddamn ice cream, man.
Every time I'm doing the show, he rocks up. He's parked right outside my house, offering me ice cream. And I
The
say,
Tides
no,
of Tomorrow,
motherfucker,
which
I'm on a diet.
isn't coming to Xbox, but you still want to cover, so people yell at you.
Is that code in?
No, I'm saying they had
Yeah.
it at the show.
Oh yeah, I do. I want to cover it.
I haven't had a response on the code for PC for you.
Oh, I really want it.
Yep.
Please. Wreckfest 2 looks great. Tides of Tomorrow looks interesting. A new SpongeBob game, Titans of the Tide.
It kept leaking over and over again. And I think it was just up on the Xbox store for like the last 2 days before the show.
Wow. Still.
The best leakers in the business are the platform stores.
Yeah.
And Xbox is especially because it seems like it's confusing because it's all publisher controlled. Like, I don't think Xbox, once you're a publisher, you can have your store and you can list your games and stuff as far as I know. But people always seem to mess up and have it show up way too early.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was a solid little show. THQ Nordic. Yeah. You gotta remember the Nordic. They're not just regular old THQ now.
Yeah. Good times. Good times. Last few news items now. Epic has defeated Google again in court, and now Google has appealed to the Supreme Court. This comes via Sean Hollister over at The Verge. The Ninth Circuit Court of Appeals will not overturn the unanimous jury verdict from 2023 that Google's App Store and payment systems have become illegal monopolies, and it's pressing play on a previously paused permanent injunction that would crack open Android to undo those monopolies. Total victory in the Epic versus Google appeal, tweeted Epic CEO Tim Sweeney. On Thursday, a 3-judge panel affirmed the lower court's decision in Epic versus Google, according to a full opinion that you can read on the attached article. I'll put it in the chat if such things interest you. And yeah, Google revealed that because of the Ninth Circuit decision, it only has 14 days to begin changing how its Android App Store and business practices actually work. But on Friday afternoon, the Ninth Circuit granted at least 1 extra week in an emergency stay whilst Google works on its appeal. But yeah, I mean, this is good news. My questions are, when does this happen to Apple?
I mean, it kind of has in some places, and they just everyone keeps fighting it because obviously it's like the main way they make money. So they really don't want it to happen. But yeah, it'll be very interesting with how corrupt this Supreme Court is. That'll be where they win if they allegedly, supposedly grease enough palms.
Oh, yeah. Wow. Let's see. And now, good for you, Epic. You win.
And the next one, the link no longer works. It was just over the weekend. So I'll show that GOG has been fighting the anti-prawn crusaders. And I can show you all the games that are now in my GOG Galaxy library. No titties in them, just very close to it. So they handed out essentially an adult bundle. I'm not going to click any of these games because, there might be some boobs. Treasures of Nadia. There's lots of boobs there. Summer's Gone. Sapphire Safari. Postal 2, where you can pee on anything and everyone. Lust Theory, Season 1, Leap of Love, Leap of Faith, with official walkthrough, Honey Pop, from, I believe, Markiplier, I think was one behind that, House Party, Helping the Hotties, Fetish Locator, Being a Dick, DIK, Season 1, Agony, Unrated, and Agony. So it's games that were forcibly delisted on other stores. They gave away a bunch of them for free, which I thought was pretty neat.
Yeah, if you're into those sorts of digital experiences.
Yeah. Agony and
adults.
Postal are like actual games. They're not.
Yeah.
Postal's weird. It's incredibly edgelord and problematic in this day and age, but it's not like a bad video game.
Yeah,
I thought that was interesting.
Yeah, it was cool of them to give them away. At the end of the day, like, this is very strong arming from MasterCard. And MasterCard are saying, for example, I'm paraphrasing here, no, we it's not about those games. We're not doing that. We're not forcing that. And Valve are like, yeah, you are.
Yeah.
So
and immediately they're trying to shift to violent games.
Yeah. Well, yeah, the concern is if all adult rated games are banned, what happens to GTA? Is that banned?
Yeah, anything like Doom, like anything where you're just going around, you're just killing. That's always the thing. They start with the sex, and then they go for everything else, and enough people will yell.
was this group of individuals that petitioned for this to happen from the United States of America?
No.
You lying?
No, they're from Australia.
They're not.
Mm-hmm. They worked with evangelical Christians in America, but the main group are from Australia.
Well, now I'm disappointed in this. Is Nick's fault,
Yep.
right? Blame Nick, everyone. The man who gets a little bit excited if we have a female patron. he's to blame for all of this.
Everything is circular. Everything's cyclical. Everything is repeated. We're just we got super prawn, and we're always been violence okay around here, but we got prawn okay for a little while, and then it went back down in the 90s and stuff, and then it popped back up because the internet just made it too hard to stop. And now the UK is leading the way, John, in pretty much destroying the internet.
There's a lot of annoyance at the Online Safety Act here in the UK. And I guarantee you that the Conservatives, it wasn't a Conservative bill that Labour then continued, but Reform are coming in and they will absolutely use it to their advantage to make people go, "Rah, that's what I'm voting about. I can't watch Paul anymore without giving my details to a company to let them know that
and it's also like,
wank."
Even if it makes sense, like Australia's doing the no one under 16 can use social media, but then you just don't log in. It's like, well, you just don't log in, and it's all there.
Can I give you a funny example about that I need to let Microsoft know about? Actually, my son has time limits on his Xbox so that he can't just play it forever. And I came in one evening when he should have been asleep. It was like 11:30 at night, and he's watching Netflix. And I'm like, I didn't want to let him know that he's found a loophole, but he knew he'd found a loophole. He doesn't log in. He just loads the Netflix app without a user logged in, and everything works fine.
Yep.
And I'm like, you little smart son of a bitch.
It's like that little nerd said in Andor season 1 that, fascism and tyranny are built on systems that people just will always fight. And if you try and steal people's porn or their fun, they are going to fight you to the death.
True story.
And there's no actual system in place to properly run it. So I don't want to give any of my info, even if I'm just going to some social media or YouTube. I don't want that to become this big repository of information that will eventually be stolen or sold to people.
Yeah, I agree. All right. With that, we've got one final news story to close out the show today, and that is with regards to the next Bioshock game, which has been in development for a very, very long time. Jason Schreier over at Bloomberg reported on the status of the game, sharing that it recently failed a publisher review, which has led to a leadership shakeup and a narrative overhaul, and employees worry that layoffs may follow, according to sources that have told Bloomberg and Jason Schreier. Bioshock 4 was announced back in 2019 and has actually been in development for longer than a decade. Per 2K, right now we have a good game, but we are committed to delivering a great one, a 2K spokesperson shared to Bloomberg. And also a remake of Bioshock 1 was also in development, but was shelved earlier this year. I don't know. I don't know what to think about this, Well, like, game development is hard. They just want to make sure it's a perfect game. I understand that. Like, from an outside position, leadership are being let go, or the leadership are in charge of shipping a game. The game has taken over a decade to make, and it's still not where it needs to be. Yeah, okay. Like, I know people like to point at the evil bosses in the room and be like, bad. 10 years is a long fucking time, dudes. Like, I feel for them, but yeah. Will Bioshock compare to Judas, Ken Levine's long in development project?
Another one that's probably having all the same, and people that played were like, yeah, this is pretty good. We're enjoying this.
Yeah.
But are you just playing everything that was pretty good and it's in rough shape? Otherwise, you never know. Always the hard thing with previews. Yeah. Like how nice Perfect Dark looked, and then people lost their minds when it was canceled. And it's like, but there wasn't actually much of a game there.
I would kill to get my hands on that vertical slice of Perfect Dark and kind of just have a look around it and see what it was actually like.
Who would you kill?
But you
have no shot of that. So
Anyway.
who could you actually kill that you would kill?
I'm not gonna say that.
I was teeing you up for a lawsuit.
Yeah, I know. You son of a bitch.
Now I get all of the house.
All right. On that note, folks, couple more days and it's Battlefield Day. So we'll be back on Thursday with headlines, but we'll also be back on Thursday with a Xbox Era Hangout stream as Jesse and I team up with some buddies, and we take
Some
to the
buddies.
battlefield. Some buddies. And I'm
You
really
and I
looking
are
forward to it.
buddies.
We're pal. I'm not your buddy, pal.
It's Matt Berry in Dark Place. We're
Oh,
buddies.
I love Matt Berry. If I was doing anything creative that needed a voiceover, I would like kill.
I can hear you, Clem Fandango.
Have you seen the sketch where he's gone up to all the ladies? He's like, "Hello, can I help you with that?" And they're like, "Oh yes, oh that one's for my boyfriend." Fuck it. He just
Is that
he's so good.
a lot of that was a lot of their most over the top stuff was when him and Rich Fulcher did a show called Snuffbox, which had like 6 episodes that were on the tiniest little channel over there, and they had no oversight, and they just went completely ham. It was good.
I love it. Yeah, good times. All right. Until then, folks, thanks for watching. Hit that like button on the way out if you would be so kind. If you really enjoy what XboxEra does and want to get your hands on as many early previews and thoughts and videos and all sorts of other bits and pieces, especially from our upcoming time at Gamescom, head over to patreon.com/XboxEra. You can pledge your support, help keep us alive. We'll be back on Thursday with more video game news. But until then, play some video games, have fun, join the Discord, do all that fun stuff. We'll see you next time.
Ciao for now.
Bye.
This is XboxEra. We're an independent, community-funded publication focused on providing the best coverage and discussion of your favourite platform, Xbox. With best-in-class forums, a kick-ass Discord server, and awesome merch, XboxEra.com is your destination for the best news, reviews, and features focused on what you care about. With shows like the XboxEra podcast, headlines, and a whole heap of Patreon-exclusive content, we're proud to be an independent publication completely funded by you. If you value having an outlet truly focused on your preferred place to play, you can become one of the cool kids by supporting us directly via Patreon. Just head to patreon.com/XboxEra. You get cool swag and awesome perks, and we get to keep doing what we do. Become a part of the best Xbox community on the internet and help us grow even larger. Thank you for your support.
Do if he was here right now, he'd make a plan and he'd follow through. That's what Brian Boitano do. When Brian Boitano was in the Olympics skating for the gold, he did 2 Southpaws and a triple Lutz while wearing a blindfold. When Brian Boitano was in the Alps fighting grizzly bears, he used his magical fire breath and saved the maidens fair. So what would Brian Boitano do if he were here today? I'm sure he'd kick an ass or 2. That's what Brian Boitano do. I want this feature out of me, it has stunted my vocabulary, and I just want my mom to stop fighting everyone. For Wendy, I'll be an activist too, 'cause that's what Brian Boitano would do.